You are Brandon Gaudin.
At the Stadium. Nothing like the fan. And that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any. And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL. Being with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past.
They'll run on first down. Middleton. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's win it.
From the gun, Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but
the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bra. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him.
100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
On first down, Middleton. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
It's been quite the evolution for Stephon Diggs because when he came out of high school, many thought he was the top prospect going into college football. Didn't have quite the career that was expected and actually got drafted lower than what many people thought. But boy, is he playing to a top level now while he's in Minnesota.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack, and remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now backed up to get this drive started. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
33 yards that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
The end result, 21 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franks throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Complete to Bryant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Dorsett. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check 43. 66. Bullet high.
Now Dorsett. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he was dominant.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check 61. Matchbox right. Wahoo.
2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 3rd and 2, Franks. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finished things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll try the left side. Murdoch. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game. His whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
General, West, smoke.
Check the backer.
On 1st down, Franks. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the run.
They'll run. It's Dorsett. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Franklin. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Looking to throw. Franks, this Minnesota D, up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Mariota. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down. Brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. 2nd and 11.
Right, 64, weak. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. It's Franklin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Franks. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard.
Throwing on first down, Franks. And action. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Franks. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Harrington. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Let's go. Ready, go.
to throw. Franks. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota is going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've come to halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On second down, Murdoch, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving to get out of here? Yeah,